Welcome back to Auto Rush Pro, where real performance, real muscle, and real engineering still matter. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated rebirths in American automotive history. The 2026 Chevrolet Nova 454 isn't just another retro revival. It's a modernized muscle weapon engineered to bring back the raw spirit of old school Chevy power while pushing it into a futuristic performance world. This is the kind of car that instantly commands your attention the moment you see it, and even more once you hear what it can do. So sit tight because we're going deep into the exterior, interior, performance, and complete price breakdown of this monster. The first thing that hits you about the 2026 Nova 454 is the attitude. Chevy didn't soften anything. They didn't make it look polite. This thing is wide, low, sharp, and unapologetically aggressive. The front end is a perfect blend of retro inspiration and modern execution. You get that classic squared-off Nova profile, but now sculpted with ultra-precise LED DRL signatures that slice through the air. The grille is bold, blacked out, and pushes forward with the kind of presence that instantly tells you this car is here for domination, not negotiation. The hood bulge is functional, housing a high-flow intake system that feeds the massive 404 cubic inch power plant underneath. Chevy added heat extraction vents that actually channel air, not just look good. Every line, curve, and vent is engineered for performance breathing and aerodynamic balance. From the side, the Nova 454 looks like a modern street fighter. The stance is low and planted with fat. Rear tires and muscular arches that push out like the car is permanently flexing. The wheel options include 19-inch forged alloys up, front and massive 20-inch in the rear, wrapped in sticky performance rubber that can actually make sense of all the power this car is putting down. The roofline stays clean and simple, a tribute to the original Nova silhouette, but with sleek, flush door handles and aerodynamic glasswork that gives it a premium yet aggressive character. Even the mirrors are sculpted to cut turbulence. As you move toward the rear, the car becomes even more dangerous. The taillights are a modern LED reinterpretation of the 70s Nova design. The rear bumper integrates a quad exhaust setup that looks as mean as it sounds. And the spoiler adds just enough downforce without ruining the clean, muscular look. The interior of the 2026 Chevrolet Nova 454 is where Chevy really surprised everyone. Instead of going fully digital and overly futuristic, they blended modern tech with traditional muscle car simplicity. When you open the door, you're greeted with a cockpit-focused environment that feels ready for high-level driving. The seats are deep bolstered performance buckets, wrapped in premium leather with contrast stitching. The center stack is angled slightly toward the driver, and Chevy kept the physical buttons where they matter. You get a large touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Chevy's updated performance software that lets you monitor real-time horsepower, torque curves, boost pressure, oil temp, tire temps, G-force, and even drag strip timing. The digital gauge cluster is customizable, giving you classic muscle-style dials or modern race-inspired layouts. There's ambient lighting, premium audio, wireless chargers, and all the comfort you need, but nothing feels exaggerated. It feels like a muscle car that grew up without losing its edge. Move to the back seats and they're actually usable. Chevy designed them with enough legroom for everyday use, but still sculpted to align with the car's performance personality. The trunk space is surprisingly practical, making the Nova 454 a car you could genuinely daily drive if you wanted to. Overall, the interior is a perfect fusion of vintage soul and modern execution. Now the part you came for, performance. The 2026 Chevrolet Nova 454 is powered by a monstrous re-engineered 7.4-liter V8, pushing out up to 670 horsepower and 720 lb-ft of torque, depending on configuration. This engine is a celebration of the classic 454 big block, but now improved with modern tuning, direct injection, and a performance-enhanced cooling system. When you hit the ignition, the startup rumble is deep, violent, and absolutely addictive. It shakes your chest the way a real American muscle car should. This power is sent to the rear wheels through an advanced 10-speed, automatic or an optional 6-speed manual. Transmission for purists. Chevy tuned the ratios to keep the car in its power band at all times, making every shift immediate and satisfying. 0 to 60 happens in roughly 3.4 seconds in the automatic, and the manual still delivers an incredible 3.7 seconds. The quarter mile falls in the low 11-second range with the right tires and launch settings. And this isn't just straight-line power. Chevy equipped the Nova 454 with magnetic performance suspension, upgraded Brembo brakes, and an advanced traction management system with multiple modes for street, sport, track, and drag applications. The steering is sharp, and the chassis has been stiffened enough to make this muscle car surprisingly capable in corners without losing the brutal torque delivery that defines it. The exhaust note is one of the highlights of this car. At low RPMs, it's a deep thunder. But once you open it up, the roar becomes an aggressive scream that reminds everyone why big block. American power cannot be replaced. Every gear shift cracks with authority. It's not just an engine sound, it's an identity. In terms of daily driving comfort, the Nova 454 might surprise you. The suspension adapts quickly. The cabin stays quiet when you want it to, and the throttle response can be softened for city cruising. But make no mistake, the moment you switch modes, this car transforms into a full-force weapon that demands respect. Now for the pricing breakdown. Chevy is positioning the Nova 454 as a premium modern muscle car, and the price reflects that. The base model starts around $62,000, which already gives you serious performance and iconic styling. The mid-range performance package climbs to around $72,000, adding upgraded brakes, wheels, and the advanced active performance cooling system. For those who want the full experience, the top-tier 454 Extreme package sits around $84,000 to $88,000, depending on options. That includes the highest horsepower tune, carbon fiber elements, the magnetic suspension, premium interior upgrades, and the full aero kit. Compared to modern muscle competitors, the Nova 454 offers a more unique identity, a bigger engine, and a more emotional driving experience, which makes the price feel completely justified. If you're looking for a car that brings back the raw American soul but fused with modern tech, safety, comfort, and handling, the 2026 Chevrolet Nova 454 is the perfect balance. It's bold, loud, fast, and unmistakably Chevy. It's a tribute to heritage but engineered for the future. This car gives you something that's becoming rare in today's automotive world: real character. And that's why the Nova 454 will stand out not just in the USA, but also in the UK, Canada, Germany, and anywhere enthusiasts love genuine power. If you're watching this from America, Europe, or anywhere around the world, the Nova 454 is the kind of machine that connects generations. It brings nostalgia for the old legends while delivering the performance today's drivers demand. Chevy didn't just bring back the Nova, they reinvented it into something worthy of the modern muscle throne. And that's why this car deserves your attention, your respect, and your admiration. Thanks for watching Auto Rush Pro. If you love high-level car reviews with real detail and pure performance passion, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. More legendary machines are coming your way.